Okay, I have a 2015 Indian Chieftain, and the fuel pump wasn't working. And so I've ordered a used fuel pump. Um, Evidently, there are two types of fuel pumps. There's an upgraded one that they put on later models. I got the later model. I didn't see any point in putting the same old model back in. Um, I already installed or disassembled the top of it. There's several videos out there of how to remove the gas tank and all this stuff. I disconnected the battery. There's a bolt here, there's a bolt here, and there's a little catch thing here to remove that top. You remove I removed the wires so I could take that piece off. And once the top is off, then you can remove the hose here. You can push on the catch for the fuel here connection, the fuel connection here, and this is the electrical connector. Now on the diagnostics part of this, I actually plugged up I looked at the manual, and I looked at the pins of where to put the battery. So I really, part of the diagnostics is I went back to the fuse seemed okay. I checked the relay seemed okay. I put direct current right on the fuel pump, still wouldn't fire up. So I've done several fuel pumps in other motorcycles, so I'm pretty sure this fuel pump is toast. So next step is I'm going to remove all these screws and go through the process of, there's a tab in here. Actually, when you lift it up, there's going to be a wire to disconnect and another fuel hose that goes to the fuel pump. And that will give you enough room to lift this up out. And there's a tab in here that you got to push towards the right side and try not to break it. And then try to lift the whole fuel pump out. Okay, remove the screws and lifted this out. I did disconnect the fuel line here, but my replacement already has it in there. But if you look in the tank, there's a tab right there. I'm supposed to push that to the right and lift that out. Can't do that holding the camera. So the next step is to push that tab to the right and try to lift that fuel pump out through the hole. Okay, I was able to push the tab over, and I kind of pulled up on this wire, or you could have pulled up on the hose, and lifted it up off the tab, and you got to kind of wriggle it out of there. And there's a line right here, and got the float. All right, and then it's out. All right, the left pump is the old pump that doesn't work. I pulled it out, and I did already check it with putting 12 volts on that motor. That motor does not work on that left pump. This is the new model pump that they put in later model Chiefs. And so the difference is the filter. One of the differences, this one has a regular stock filter, which could be replaced. And this one has a filter that has some screws in there. You got to pull it out. It's like a little canister filter. And it was probably getting to the point where that filter needed to be replaced. But I guess this has a stock filter on the bottom too, but there is a filter in here also. Compared to other fuel pumps I've had in other motorcycles, this is the more common type. And there might be a difference in, because this has a different float mechanism. I don't know if that'll be better or worse, but I will let you know. So that's two pumps. I'm going to go ahead and slide that one back in and give it a try. Okay, new fuel, or the used new fuel pump replaced. Getting ready to do a test. Hear it? It worked. So before I actually started for the first time, I actually hit this switch 4 times to prime the pump. And once it's all primed and you hit it, all right, works great. So if you are going to change your pump in a older, this is like 2015, 2014, that has the old pump, the new pumps work great.